Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, sir, and good afternoon, everyone. Today, at Monday, March 21, 2022, I am Maya with student number F1022191007 from English Language Education Study Program. Will present the results of my research proposal entitled "The Effectiveness of Using Contextual Video to Enhance Listening Ability" to second grade student of Senior High School 1 Sambas in academic year 21-2022. There are 9 important points I will convey, and I will immediately start from the first discussion point. The first is about research background. Researchers in writing this proposal are motivated by several problems. They are the lack of students' listening skill in English, the lack of using video as a media, especially for teaching materials in English learning, the last contextual video as one of the tools or media that to know the effectiveness to enhance student listening skill. English subject at Senior High School 1 Sambas has the bigger problem with listening comprehension is that students at Senior High School 1 Sambas are not able to control how quickly speakers talk. In addition, as a student in this school who here cannot have words repeat, and this can cause critical difficulties for them. Students cannot replay a recording section. Based on this phenomenon, it showed that some students in Senior High School 1 Sambas have difficulty in speaking English due to lack of listening skills. This topic is very important because it proves that through contextual video, students at Senior High School 1 Sambas can increase their English language skills in the field of listening, which will have an impact on other skills. They are speaking, reading, and writing. So, this topic can encourage students to read this research that they are motivated to inhibit the factors that cause their difficulties in learning English. Finally, this research can help students, especially in Senior High School 1 Sambas, to overcome problems in the process of learning English. Based on the background that has been explained, in this case the researcher conduct the research questions that are formulated in this research as following. The first is the use of contextual video good for teaching listening? If it's good, how good it is? The second is the use of contextual video effective in teaching listening ability? If it is effective, what is the size of the effectiveness? And then based on the formulation of the research question that I have described earlier, the purpose of this research is to find out the use of contextual video is good for teaching listening for students to the second grade student of Senior High School 1 Sambas in academic year 21-2022, and to explore that the contextual video effective to enhance listening ability to second grade student of Senior High School 1 Sambas in academic year 21-2022. And the next is significance of the research. As the completion of the study, the researcher hoped that the study will make positive contribution as follows. For the first is for the teacher. This study can help the teacher to develop specific strategies for listening, such as playing, and get more information about listening technique and use to help students become more effective listener. And then for students, the result of the study can help students to increase their listening skill using contextual video. And third, to the other researcher, as a reference for the further investigation about effectiveness using contextual video to improve listening skills. And the last for the theoretically. The result of this study can be used to support exacting theories or research in teaching listening and learning English. This part I will explain about research variable, hypothesis, and terminology. This study has two variables, namely independent and dependent variable. The independent variable in the variable is experiment that manipulated by the researcher. According to Sugiono 2017, define an independent variable as a variable that affects or is the cause of the change or the emergence of the dependent variable. In this research, the independent variable is the use of contextual video. The dependent variable is variable that is not manipulated by a researcher and gives the effect that the researcher have predicted from the start. According to Sugiono 2017, The dependent variable is variable that is influenced or which is the result of the variable that is influenced, or that is a result of the existence of an independent variable. In the study, the dependent variable was the level of listening mastery. And then research hypothesis. There are two hypotheses in the study. The first, null hypothesis. This hypothesis will provide negative statement to support the researcher finding that there is no relationship between the two variables. Null, the hypothesis in this research is the use of contextual video is not effective to improve listening ability at second grade students of senior high school Sambas in academic year 21-2022. And an alternative hypothesis. This hypothesis states the relationship between the two research variables and states significant result on the research topic. The alternative hypothesis in this research is the use of contextual video is effective to improve listening ability at second grade students of senior high school Sambas in academic year 21-2022. And then research terminology. To avoid confusion with unfamiliar terms in this research, the researcher lists the specific term. The first, listening ability. Listening ability is our understanding of listening to English, whether it's directly or through media such as music or films. As we know, listening is an important material in English because we must be able to know what people are saying to us. And the second is contextual video. Contextual video is multimodal content made of different modalities, visual and audio tracks, as well as related text such as queries, keyword, and surrounding text. And the last is enhance. Enhance is defined to make something better or improve the condition of something. The next is about theoretical framework. This theoretical framework will discuss about teaching listening and the use of contextual video, where there are several points that will be discussed in teaching listening. They are definition of teaching English in English foreign language, teaching listening skill in English foreign language context, the concept of teaching listening, and then type of listening skill. Then on the use of contextual video are definition of contextual video as teaching media, concept contextual video in teaching listening, type of contextual video, and the last, teaching listening through contextual video. The last is research methodology. In the study, the researcher used a pre-experimental research method. Pre-experimental research are the simplest form of research design, where using a quantitative approach. In a study, researchers really need a population and sample or what is called a participant. The population in the study is all second grade students of senior high school Sambas in academic year 21-2022, which consists of 4 classes. However, the researcher only chose one class, that is class 11A, of second grade students of senior high school Sambas in academic year 21-2022, with totaling 40 people. And for the sample, all of the population are taken as a sample of investigation. In the study, researcher uses tools to collect data referring to instruments such as tests. The tests that will be used are pre-test and post-test. Pre-test and post-test are a form of a learning evaluation conducted by a teacher to student. With this, the researcher will create a table to measure student learning achievement through strength, weakness, talent, and also difficulties in the listening learning process using validation and reliability. Then the researcher will record something that had been learned through the tool. And the study researcher will use measurement technique in the form of the test and questionnaire. Researchers will use pre-test and post-test as the test. In essence, the test will be used by researchers and as a significant in the process of teaching listening using contextual video and without using contextual video. And the last is data analysis. In the study, to analyze the data, The researcher used descriptive statistics because this researcher drew conclusions from the data as whole. It is also known as quantitative data analysis because it includes the calculation of variables. Researchers relate and find evidence to support hypotheses they have formulated at an early stage during the research process. I think that's all my presentation about my research proposal. Thank you for listening to my presentation. I hope what I have shared would be beneficial for all of us. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.